new day, new video. Today we're gonna talk about lighting. No, don't you dare click off this video. I'll make it interesting, alright? Please stay here. So this video is for everyone who doesn't know anything about lighting, or even those who do and just wants to laugh at funny lighting jokes. It's not a how-to learn. TLDR, I'm just not gonna bore you with technical stuff, alright? Good. In the movie world, lighting is more important than you think, because having a good camera but bad lighting is like having a super fast car but with no tire.
Oh my lord. Wow!
A bad lighting setup can ruin the quality of any camera. So let's start with the basics. There's two types of light, hard and soft. Like my dick. Soft light is generally prettier because it evenly spreads the light in the shadows with a diffuser, but you can use hard light to give a bit of structure. So that's the reason why when you took your school picture, the photographer had a big ass umbrella to soften the light. So I'm pretty sure that right about now you're asking yourself, why the fuck am I talking to you about this? That's cause I like lighting. You know, it's such an important and interesting aspect of movies and TV shows that it gets forgotten. Well, it's a big part of an image. For instance, ever wondered how they film a movie at night while your iPhone can't even take you and your drunk friend taking a couple of shots? It's not because they have better cameras. Well, yeah, but not just that.
Alright, I'm gonna have to keep the microphone in my hand because it's actually night. So sometimes, if the movie's trying to go the more realistic route, they will outright film in the dark with some practical lights like street light poles, neon sign, or even headlights from cars. Though these can be changed for stronger lights than real life, or even much more diffuse so it can spill pretty much everywhere. Actually, they can even fake the fact that the light is stronger by placing another light out of frame, just like we actually did here. This light is not strong enough. But sometimes filmmaker will use what it's called a moonlight. Basically, they will simulate the light coming from the moon. But where the actual fuck is that light? Somehow you don't see a problem with this shot, but when you really look at it, the moon doesn't shine that much light. But why does it look fine for us in movies? Cause you're a dumb. Well, your brain is. For some reason, us, human, associate the color blue with darkness. So just had a bit of blue and bing bang boom, this is now a night scene. Add a tiny bit of color correcting, some practical lights in the scene just to add some dimension and comprehension that this is now a night scene, and now everybody watching is fooled. Obviously there's an unlimited number of routes they can go, but that's just some of them. See? Light is interesting.
Now that you're convinced, we can finally go deeper with light disposition. As you can imagine, a director of photography doesn't just go, alright buddy, just put the light here, here, and here, and it will look good. Obviously, they have to make it look good, but they also have to consider how it looks in the real world. Like, it doesn't really make sense if a bar is full of light, right? In that case, you need to keep the ambience pretty dark. So let's talk about the basic light setup they can start with to build upon. 3-point lighting, key light, fill light, backlight. Hey skinny ass, I thought you said you wouldn't bore us with technical stuff.
It's 3-word, homie, shut
the key light is the strongest light that lights up the subject. The fill light is just there to fill up the shadows. As you can tell, it doesn't really affect the key light. It just removes just a little bit of that shadowy part in my face. It can even get ditched altogether for a more moodier look. Finally, the backlight is really just there to separate you from the background. Mine spill a bit on the background, but whatever, don't think about that. I have a small room, give me a fucking break. Obviously, us filmmaker doesn't have to use this 3-point of lighting. You can use as little or as much light as you want, if you can call shit posting on YouTube filmmaking. Now that you know the basic light terminology, we'll explore the placement of only the key light. For that tremendous task, I've recruited one of my friends who's also a model, cause I'm not good for that kind of stuff. No. Flat lighting. You don't want people to think too much about the mood of the scene? Well, that's the lighting for you. It's pretty boring. The strongest light is coming from the same side as the camera, and it kills pretty much all of the contrast. It's generally used in comedy as it gives a more hopeful tone. Rembrandt lighting. This lighting setup is good for contrast without being too overdone. You can recognize this type of lighting by the triangle created on the cheek of the subject. Cinematographer can then film the subject from either side to give more or less contrast. The name for this lighting setup comes from a famous painter who was always painting his subject with this lighting. It's by far the most used lighting setup in cinema. Butterfly lighting. There's the femme fatale look. The key light is on top, sometimes there's a fill under it just to bring up the shadows. Here's the butterfly, by the way. So this light setup brings shadows on the cheek, making the subject looking thinner and more alive. As a result, it's generally a more feminine look. Merging all of those advantages together, you can then use this light setup for a sexy vibe. You know, the kind of scene where you're like, wow, this girl is good looking. But then you also remember that you're watching the movie with your girlfriend. Ah, fuck. Split lighting. Pretty much what it sounds like. The key light is coming from the side, so this one can be used for drama, a mysterious vibe, or even a threat. As the light wraps around your subject, it will make him pop a lot more. This one is more of a masculine look. So now that you know all of this, how can you appreciate the work of light setups in movies? Well, to know where the lights are, you need to watch out for 3 things. Firstly, you need to watch out for the shadows, because obviously these are created by lights. Secondly, you need to watch out for the highlights, which are these hotspots over here. They can easily tell you how far the light is. Finally, you need to watch out for the catch light. So this here is what it's called, a catch light. Basically, light shines a lot in your eyes, so you can easily tell where lights are in front of an actor. You can even use that to your advantage, like I have this setup right here, which is a ring light, and basically creates this circle in my eyes, which kind of looks weird and funny and interesting. So yes, lighting is very complicated, but you really don't have to understand every part of it to appreciate it. Just sit back, crack open a cold one, and we'll keep making it look good for you, alright? There's so much stuff I haven't touched upon, like colors and grid, but I want to keep this video short, so I'll save this for another time. Go see my friend's Instagram, because she helped me a lot, and she's the most beautiful, talented, redheaded, no soul person I've ever seen in my life. Your turn, go. So guys, that's pretty much it. Consider subscribing as more quality videos are coming your way. Leave your favorite light setups in the comments below. Also leave a like if you did like the video. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you giving me some of your time to watch this. Next video is in maximum 2 weeks. Peace.